Let's talk tariffs. The justification for Trump's tariffs is that they will raise a giant amount of revenue and bring jobs back to America. But will they do that? No is the answer. Suppose you were an importer of widgets paying $1 a widget. Now the government imposes a 10-cent tariff. You pay that 10 cents to the government, raising revenue. So far, so good. But to recoup that 10 cents, you will have to raise the price of the widget, causing inflation, and that's bad. Of course, you could absorb some or all of the 10 cents yourself, but that will lower, if not eliminate, your profit. A bad outcome for your bottom line. Not to mention a bad outcome for your shareholders if you have any. So while the government gets more revenue, the cost is some combination of inflation for the widget consumer and less revenue for you, the widget importer. To make you and the consumer as well off as you were before the tariff, the government would have to cut taxes for the consumer and subsidize you, the importer. It's really all a wash, except for the fact that the cost of administering this shell game is real and makes everyone a loser. But what about all those jobs tariffs will create here in America? Well, if you, the widget maker, and your widget buyers go along with the tariffs, which raise revenue, then there is no need to create or increase the domestic supply of widgets, and thus no new domestic jobs making widgets. More jobs happen only if you, as widget maker and your customers, refuse to pay the tariffs and insist on domestic widgets instead. Of course, in that case, the widget tariff produces no extra government revenue. Also note that it may and probably will take a long time for the domestic widget industry to supply widgets. Widget factories don't sprout overnight. Indeed, they might not sprout at all because tariffs on building products might make them too expensive to build. And investors may well be reluctant to invest in factories given the unreliability of the government, which could alter the tariff regime at the drop of a hat. Moreover, if widgets are anything like coffee, there likely will be no one who can supply them domestically. If then, in that event, scarcity, not jobs, will be the only outcome. So the outlook for more jobs is not really all that good. In short, tariffs can't raise giant amounts of revenue and also bring jobs back to America. They're a bad idea.